Time stopped. FFOOOOUUURR. My public defender began to say. It was agonizingly slow. Time stopped. My mind raced. For years is what I was fearing would be the end of the sharply dressed man's words. A one-point felon caught red-handed with a loaded pistol. The mantra for this crime, repeated any time anyone had a chance to parrot it, was a felon with a firearm is 5 years. How did I get here? I knew. Anger, sadness. How was I going to manage 5 years in? I did not really fit in with a criminal crowd. My kid would be an adult by my release. Prison. Oh my God. A day's worth of thoughts flooded through my head like a first meth hit, all within a span of 2 seconds in real time. Hair starting to raise, stomach deciding whether or not to flip, underwear fearing for an uncontrolled release. Shit, he's about to say 4 years. It drug on. 4 months. Wait. Did I hear this right? Here comes the tunnel vision. Catch. What's the catch? Is the only thing that came into focus in my mind, like a neon sign turned on for the first time. There has to be a catch. 4 months. Time served. No probation. Case closed. Hang in there, underpants, we ain't in the clear yet. Reality. My surroundings. Time. All snapped back to focus and normality. A sudden sting in my chest finally made connection again with my brain. Breathing. Oh yeah. That. 2 deep breaths. In shock, I still had questions. I screamed to my inner self. Now is the time. Pull it together. What about 3 months? I asked. Good job, barterer. Yes, good job. 4 months is the lowest minimal sentence, he replied. It can't go lower than this. He showed me some graph on his fancy new edition iPhone. I pretended to understand the hieroglyphs displayed. Will the time I have spent in already count? I asked. Of course, plus good time. I froze, trying to silence all the thoughts that tried to run all at the same time. Like a 100-man band all playing their own songs at once. This man in front of me, a carbon copy of a person who cashed nothing but government-issued paychecks, must have seen the deer in the headlights look I'm sure was plastered on my face. Failing to conduct the internal dialogue symphony, I gave up trying. Even with a lawyer, you won't get a better deal, he added. I cut him off. I stood up, threw my right hand up, catching him a bit off guard. He flinched just a bit. Just as if this man was my lifelong best friend, I gave him a hearty high five. Run that shit, I blurted out. Really? It was like that. The 100-man band all was pissed. That out of all the options racing in my mind. This junior high-level response is what I presented. I shook my head and repeated it. Run that shit. A few signatures later and a cut and paste appearance in front of a judge on TV, I was marched back to the court holding cell. 18 men stuck in here for several hours. The smell is something you will never forgive or forget. The look on my face was readable. People expected me to say, I'm getting out, which is the fate of about 1/3 of the crowd. For months, I blurted out while dancing a little jig. The crowd was mixed on my verdict. You're happy about 4 months? Fuck yes I am. I was expecting years. Months is easy compared to years. I added. The good news didn't end there. You get a third off for good time. You'll do 80 days on that. Some face-tattooed Mexican fellow volunteered. With the 20 days I have already done, that's 60 days left. It's a 60 days timeout. I'm good with that. Let's run this shit.
April 23, 2025. Day 1. B3 Breakfast. B3 Breakfast, no coats. Barely understandable from a half-blown speaker. This is our daily wake-up call. At 4:30 a.m., everyone hops up, makes their way to the hallway, and we wait. And we wait. 10 to 15 minutes usually. It would not be all that bad, but no one has time to brush their teeth. Yummy. 75 dudes, stank-ass breath. Also consider that more than half of them have more than half of their teeth gone. And half the remaining fine fellows' teeth are half rotten. This is such an appetite-inducing situation. Most folks don't eat their breakfast sacks, which provides an opportunity. We will discuss that later. Today is my first day after pleading guilty. I'm excited about knowing my fate. But today, this morning, I woke up pissed. Something about the guard on duty, a Spitfire, 50-ish redhead female who somehow is able to have the name tag Grumpy. A outspoken Christian on a power trip. I hate these types. It manifested itself in 2 outbursts towards my cellmates, which after a few minutes, I regained my pride and apologized and was thankful to receive a full pardon. I collected my dues, ate my foodel, and went back to sleep. I was out till 10 a.m. This is considered a win in the doing time game. I stumbled around a bit, put a splash of hot water in my cup, which had become a mix of cherry drink mix and coffee mix. I decided I liked it. Then joined the sheep in the TV room. Star Wars Episode 5. Tolerable compared to the crap normally mesmerizing this morning crowd. The Empire was beginning its ground assault on the rebel base on Hoth. I enjoyed this, not thinking of much till lunch. TV did its job, an hour of no thoughts. Lunch lockdown, then we lined up outside to pick up our clamshells. Typical side dishes and the county's idea of beef stroganoff. I will save my opinions on the food for another chapter. Trade's done. I got 4 servings of salad. Next comes our tablets. An hour of Pokemon Green and lockdown is up. My cellmate Jimmy got back from court. He's getting out today on a sucker of a deal, probation. He will be back. I spent a few hours talking and walking. Nothing worth air or pencil lead. After dinner, I made a few decisions. I filed my paperwork to do work crew. This moves me to a different building, TV in each room, better food portions, and the ability to be outside. I qualified to go off-site, which means a job at the fairgrounds and other city events. An entrepreneurial fella could make some money off this, but I'm hoping for the desk that's in each room. I'm sure it will make writing this book a tad bit easier. The people act better, not wanting to ruin what they have earned. I also decided to take advantage of an app called Endova, which offers different classes done on the tablet. I'm going to focus on coding and HTML and finances. This journal will help me stick to it. The words, "I give up," will never come from me. I tried something new. I got some powdered bleach and tried to dye my cat ears blonde. It failed. Turns out bleaching your hair does not include the use of actual bleach. Some Rastafarian dreadhead brothers caught me in the act, and after laughing for a period of time, told me the secret: hydrogen peroxide. I'm trying to get my hands on some. So, we will try this again on a later day. Did the part about my cat ears pique your interest? Well, I will discuss that in detail later, as well as several other topics that you will come across by the end of this book. I'll cover all points. Trust me. Well, I got picked to be a porter assistant. A cut and dry job which only entails keeping the cattle trough like sinks clean and stocked with soap. Easy. My mind is already thinking of the shenanigans and practical jokes this position will allow me to tinker with, plus the extra sandwich payment is always appreciated. Oh no. An hour before lights out, we hear sirens and a panicked call over the intercoms. Lockdown now. As of penning this, we don't know why. Rumor is our porter had a heart attack. I hope not. He gets released tomorrow. Here's to hoping the next time I write, it starts with day 2, all is well. One thought is prevalent in my mind right now, though, you cannot make this shit up.